Hello, collective. Welcome to a monthly reading. Today it is morning, or whenever you guys are awake. We're doing Aries, okay? So, hello. I wanted to say Guten Tag, okay? Welcome, I guess. So, yeah, you could be from Germany. So, what's face? Listen, I just woke up. So, we're gonna just read the specific insights, and then we're going to do a 1-part general, 2-part love. Also, please take what resonates. Side note, if you want a double reading, a bonus reading, all you have to do is keep on watching and see if your zodiac sign will come up in ranking, okay? First name, we got Mia, Detroit, okay? MIA, but like a name, okay? And then we have message number that message number 1 is Mia, and then Detroit. Message number 2 is somebody's phone might get stolen, but you're gonna get it back, or you're gonna fight for it back, okay? And then somebody's family might leave them on this vacation or trip. Like, I don't know, it feels very, somebody might get left behind, okay? I'm not sure if you guys are visiting like the entire family, like it's one of those like 50 years gathering situation, or somebody has passed away, but somebody will get left behind, okay? And I fear it's you. It's definitely a feminine, okay? If it's not you, it's a feminine in your family that will be left behind, okay? And then message number 5, I guess. This feels very deja vu now. So that could be relevant. Somebody is like self-harming themselves. I don't know who this is. As soon as I woke up, I got this message clairvoyantly. If you know anything about the clairs, clairaudience is, my strongest gift that I utilize here on YouTube, okay? But, so clairvoyantly, sorry guys, this is a serious matter. Disclaimer, like this is for people that are depressed, okay? Masking their depression, high functioning depressive individuals. Somebody's out here like, I don't know who it is. I really hope it's not you. I actually hope it's not anyone, okay? I don't know if it's you. I don't know if somebody that you know. I feel like they're hiding this, the way they're harming themselves, okay? And I don't know. I don't know why I'm picking this up. This is for somebody. Maybe you're suspicious, or maybe you're going through this. Because I rest assured that a lot of people do watch my readings for different things. If you're one of those people that is in that situation right now, or in that mentality, in that state, I need you to seek professional help, okay? Because I cannot do much with like my cards, I can base this off, and I would have said this in the beginning, if it's something spiritual, like some sort of entity or somebody trying to send you depression, I would say this. I feel like somebody, that's not it. Medically, okay, mentally, somebody is in this state of harming themselves, okay? I'm a big psychology buff. As spiritually as I am, I have to look at both of the options, okay? So yeah, you need to seek professional help. And if it's somebody you have to contact somebody so they can get medical help in terms of this. Okay. Okay, so I'm not going to put any cards on that message, the self-harming one. So we're going to just leave it there. Okay. And if you don't know, if you're like suspect or something, you can call people professionally and, like, having to talk to your person. Obviously, you can talk to your person as well, but it's if you can handle it, do what you can in the meantime to talk to this person. And if it's you, please seek medical help, because clearly I already said what I need to. I can do much. I cannot, okay, other than tell the message, okay? So we're gonna just clarify before we get into the general, okay? So in terms of Mia, okay? So Mia, your go-to card is this, or this is your energy towards Mia. You guys are gonna date, okay? You're gonna get back out there. So you're gonna date somebody that has the same, or Mia, you're gonna date somebody that have. Okay, so this could be for Mia or in relation to Mia. So you guys are gonna get into dating, okay? There could have been some sort of actually no. What I feel here is, there could have been like some sort. I wouldn't say blockages. I think self-sabotage could be the better. I feel like self-sabotage is a key factor here. Sorry guys. And also persistent. So Mia, this person is very persistent in order, like, in their energy in terms of dating you. Okay. They have a lot of feelings. So they're gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure this works. Okay. They want things to evolve. They want things to get better. Okay, and if your name is Mia, you also very eager to do this. You want to make this dating this person work. Okay, now somebody could have self-sabotage energy to them, so that means, like, insecurities kind of take over the reality of the situation. For instance, not feeling good enough, comparing, things of this nature, like not thinking they deserve love, or things, self-sabotage basically, okay? Letting the mind take over what's actually happening, okay? Not their fears and so on. But you guys are gonna be good, okay? Now, I feel like right now the energy is very much flirting, hooking up, keeping it quite casual, sexual. But you're about to become, like, officially in terms of, like, you know what, Mia, we should date. Or you're going to be like, you know what, we should date. And they're going to be like, okay, let's try it, okay? So this is your message. I'm going to just throw in this advice card. You can do it. Go for it, okay? So that's your confirmation. So let's move on to the next message. Detroit. Now, obviously, you could be from Detroit. I kind of got this message a little bit after, like maybe an hour after Mia, okay? Yeah, that place could be relevant. I don't know much about Detroit, never been. And I don't know. So we got this card. I don't know, maybe there is like an issue with Detroit or something will take place in Detroit and you think it's an issue, but it won't be an issue. Okay. Let me do this instead. Okay. So yeah. There we go. Something about you having to watch and wait, so just be observant. Number 53 could be relevant. And we got this card here, be loyal to what you love. Okay, so basically, if you want this, go for it. If you don't want this, do not go for it, okay? So there's that. So I feel like we're channeling still, okay? So something that you're watching for, observing, is in relation to love, and you're gonna see if this is gonna be a yes or a no, basically. Okay. I think it correlates, but I'm gonna use it as an analogy. The whole dating thing. You're gonna meet somebody in Detroit. Your name doesn't have to be Mia. The Mia thing is a separate message, okay? But you meet somebody in Detroit, and you're gonna be like, I'm gonna try to date somebody from Detroit, and you're gonna see if this is a yes or no. And this is gonna give you confirmation. Is this a yes or no? I do feel like you guys are open to go out of the boxes of what you're used to, and I feel like Detroit could be symbolic for just try a different state, a different person, you know? Yeah, so I guess you guys are kind of just testing the waters to see other places other than what you're used to. I like this, you know? I'm gonna see if this can work, you know? So you might feel like, oh my god, no, and never in a million years I can date somebody from that place. Or, you know, I'm also tuning into, like, if you're from Detroit, you can date somebody from Detroit because you know how they are. But I guess this time around, you're gonna be like, fuck it, let me see, okay? See only love, okay? But I do feel like you're definitely gonna, you know, test the waters. Or somebody is, okay? If you are from Detroit. So then we have message number, somebody's phone will be stolen, but you're gonna get it back. I don't know where this is gonna happen. Again, I can parallel this to the Detroit situation. I don't feel like that's the case. But good on you for getting your phone back, okay? I know that's right. This person though, I don't know why, they could be of the same ethnicity or different. They could be ginger, okay? I'm also tuning into, they could be somebody that you know, or somebody, a friend of a friend, and they're just acting very unhinged. Or it could happen when you're like stressed or something. I don't know. Message number 2, or next one, somebody's family will leave you behind, okay? So make sure that you get your shit together, okay? You know, don't be in this home alone. No, I will say some of the elders in your family will feel some type of way, but your immediate family. So your mom, dad, specifically those that are supposed to be caretakers. There is something that's left to you. Okay, I don't know if this is like an inheritance situation or like a gathering or something that's passed away. I feel like some of the elders in your family is like, no, I need this to go to collective. Why haven't, like, they're gonna, the elders in your family, like grandma, grandpa, things of that nature, are gonna be like, why didn't your mom do this for you or that for you? And then, you know, you're gonna be kind of like, whatever, you know, it's not that deep. But your elders in your family feel some type of way, but they can't really do much because they are, even though as elders is kind of like, you know, your parents are your parents. So I don't know, there might be some weirdness in a family dynamic, okay? Something is supposed to be left to you, and your elders or people like asking you about this, but you don't really know how to go about it. I don't know what else to say, but we're gonna add an advice card on this note. So we got this one came out in reverse, and then we got this one here, and then we got this one in vertical. So basically, apparently you're not supposed to let it go, okay? And you're supposed to manifest the life you desire. And you could have gone through something. I'm tuning into people pleasing could be your thing when it comes to your family. That whole respect your elders type of vibe. But then you have elders that's telling you, the elders, aka your immediate family, is supposed to do something. They're not really doing the parenting. So I don't know. Somebody in your family is seeing that your family dynamic ain't shit. Okay, something of this nature. And on top of that, you're gonna be left behind. I don't know if it's literally or if it's like symbolically, like they're gonna leave you behind out of this, that they're not gonna include you, something of this nature. Okay, collective. And I feel like it's gonna hurt you, but you're gonna be like, never mind, you know. But somebody is gonna vouch for you, okay? Somebody from your external or an elder in your family, okay? Um, Something about antidepressants. I don't know. Don't let your family stress you out like that, okay? I don't know who this is for, but let's move on to general, okay? Just random messages for collective. Aries. It is your season though. So, Aries, things are about to shift for the better, okay? But I feel like it might take a little bit longer than what you're expecting. It is in relation to pride, ego, and your dreams. So basically, you got your dreams on hold a little bit. You're trying to, you're putting in the work, but it's like if you're in your head, you're in your energy, it feels like, why is my dreams not being manifested? Why is it taking so long? There are so many obstacles. There are so many distractions. That, things are going to get better, but when it comes to your dreams, your wish fulfillment, but, there's still, how do I say this? There's still some blockages. There's still some obstacles. You could be a little bit frustrated. Valid, okay? But yeah, things are moving. It feels a little bit tough, okay, right now. Slowly but surely, okay? But I do feel your frustration on, damn it, like I'm putting in so much work, there's so much commotion, and it's like, why? You might even feel a little bit like defeated, right? Like, woe is me, Aries, okay? For some of you guys, you will tap into your ego. You very much will. You're gonna be like, fuck this, fuck that, fuck everyone. Because of what's happening right now. I mean, valid, but don't let it eat you up. Be angry with it for like an hour or two, or a day, and then let it go. Because I do really feel like, guys, putting in the work, and it's like the outcome is really frustrating to you. So be careful not to tap into your ego too much, because you might. But again, also on a typical Aries mood, I get it. I really do, okay? But don't let it eat you up, okay? Just keep on going. Let's do your advice card. That's for some Aries, not for all, okay? Now, obviously, this should be relevant. I do feel like you're going to have a hard time letting it go. So, like I said, because it came out in reverse, you just sit in it for a day or two, but don't let it become, another blockage. You get me, okay? So, anything else for Aries? I feel like you're very enlightened during this time, or somebody sees you very enlightened, very aware, okay? And I feel like, somebody's like, oh my God, Aries, she looks very happy, or he looks very happy. Somebody could be conflicted by this, because they thought you would be like upset or argue with them, but you are like not doing so. Okay, and they kind of feel defeated by it. Somebody was trying to be like, let me poke the boat. Wow. Let's take it back a bit. I feel like that could be symbolic. So maybe you're counting to 10 or doing breathing exercises, but somebody was expecting you to kind of like act out in old-fashioned Aries. They were always so reactive and so angry, and they're always like so violent. That whole Aries astrology by the book. That's not how I view Aries, though, on a personal note. But like a lot of people be like, Aries people, they're like, so impulsive, to a degree, and they're always so angry, and they're always so reactive, and they're always ready to fight. It kind of depends on the situation, but somebody was expecting you to be in this Five of Wands, like always arguing, always fighting, literally or mentally, and you're not. They say you're happy, and somebody's like, oh, okay, their Aries is not being reactive, and this is actually, somebody's being affected by this for some reason, because they were expecting you to react in the Aries by the book way. If Aries seems to have a really bad rep alongside with Gemini and Scorpio. Okay. When it comes to astrology, so somebody was expecting you to be in this energy, and now that you're not, they want to come in with some sort of apology or some sort of like affection, but it's kind of like it's fake. So it's like, I'm here to be supportive of you because you're happy now and you're not being reactive, but it's fake love. Okay, is that a title? Let me write it down. I have a pen and paper. It's much easier for me to write it down on, but everything is just so scattered. People coming in fake because you're non-reactive. Okay. Okay. I feel like you're also very intuitive, or at least you're peeking the bullshit. That's why you're not letting them get to you. So you're playing your cards right. Okay, I love this. I think that's a better title. So, anything else that's relevant for collective? So there's also going to be somebody that's going to rush in with the Ten of Cups. Somebody is very eager to tell you that you are their Ten of Cups. Let's have a family. Let's get married. I love you. All of that. Let's have the children, the white picket fence, all of that. Let's create a legacy. Now, I feel like some of you guys should use discernment, because it might be an illusion for some of you guys. I feel like somebody is on this energy. Okay? Let's take time to read this thing. So somebody is going to rush in and be like, I want this Ten of Cups with you, but it's an illusion. Some of you guys, I'm gonna just say it's an illusion, okay? This person here, they've really been waiting for you for a minute, and they're having anxiety. I don't know, maybe they saw something in their dream state, and they're like, I need to make action towards Aries ASAP, okay, with this love offer, with this Ten of Cups, okay? And yeah, that's why they're rushing in. It could be people or a person from a distance. But be careful not to fall for it if you know they have these tendencies. Okay? If you know it's genuine, you will not feel anxious. You will not feel confused. Okay? You will not question it. It will be genuine. It will be mutual. Okay? But if somebody's on the bullshit, like I mentioned before, you know how to peak the shenanigans. If you feel like the energy is off, it is off, even if it comes in this format. Okay? So, anything else? I feel like you feel quite stable right now. Somebody also want to come in and bring you stability. Okay? But, or this is coming up again. The person, so some of you guys have narcissistic people that want to come in and, do a 360, really a new person type of change in your eyes. But I see you're gonna peek the bullshit. This card also came out. This person or people are narcissists, they're gaslighting, they're watching you, they're very much keeping tabs on you. So just be mindful. A lot of them have anxiety. A lot of them got some sort of freaking revelation in their dreams about you moving on, and this is why they're rushing in. So just be mindful, okay? It's specifically the love department. There are people that is like over and done with. They're also gonna try. People that you have just a casual intimacy with are gonna try. People you have a relationship with, long term or short term, you're going to try. But like, or they're going to try. But it's like for some of you guys dealing with an Aries situation. Okay, whoever's watching, you already know. Your intuition is very heightened. It could be because we are in the month of spring. It is your season, and your moon cycle just passed. If like I don't personally, I feel like whenever the moon cycle is in one sign, it amplifies one's like spiritual ability. That's just my personal take on it. You don't have to take that, but yeah. Yeah, they're ready to fall in love, but just be mindful. I know. Something new, something positive, for Aries. Miracles are coming in. Okay, I love that. Number 15 could be relevant. For some of you guys, I don't know if this is a positive thing, but we got this card that also came out. Think on your feet, so you need to be quick on your feet with something. If somebody's, and this could be anything, be quick on your feet or think on your feet. So this feels like you have to be quick with it when it comes to something. Okay, I know what it is, but just be quick with it. Okay. This could be relevant, 10 of Swords. So it could be some sort of betrayal, hurt, rock bottom situation. Somebody that's trying to play victim. Things of this nature. I'm also tuning into somebody's not balanced. Make sure you're quick with it. Don't let it linger. I don't know. That's an example based on the cards, but there is something much deeper than what's shown here based on the cards. You need to be quick with it. Like you need to think on your feet. Okay. 27 could also be relevant. Okay. Anything else for Aries? So we got this card in reverse, this card in reverse, and then this card in vertical. So let me just do this. So there are people that's, I feel like this is linked to anyone that's trying to come in as a victim in your eyes. They're not. Okay, I feel like something's going to be shown very quickly. It's going to pick up. Or you're going to, I don't know how to say this though. I don't know if this could be in relation to you or them, because like overall there is duality, good and bad, yin and yang. Sometimes we're in our feelings and sometimes we act out of it, and sometimes we are known to use logic. Whatever, in terms of the cards, I'm going to make it a little bit easier. In any situation with any person, maybe these cards could help. Okay? Like you need like some sort of answer or confirmation. Maybe these cards can help. I think that's the easiest way for me to kind of like put this energy out here. Okay. And obviously, if you want to take this in resonance, do so. Remember, to be you, have love, or be this quote, okay? Let me messing up my own quotes. I actually do have, I do sell these, okay? So when I do affirmations, it's not just like, I sell affirmations, and I also sell decks. I have a link. I do have a website. It's a little inactive, but I don't know if you're interested. I can link the links for the cards that I've made. Any cards. So if not, hey, it's all good. But yeah, anything else for Aries? For some of you guys, I am tuning into Aquarius, meant to with Aqua. They feel like you guys are meant to be sent by the divine, your ancestors, God. They feel like you're their twin flame. They feel like you are their divine partner. So there's that. This is in relation to an Aquarius, okay? For some of you guys, it could be Gemini or Taurus. But yeah, happy on Aquarius. They feel like you guys are divinely meant to be, okay? So, okay. There we go. Aries, you are meant to be, you're meant to be with an Aquarius. This is how you feel. They're very emotional about you. So, okay. Aries, let's just add an advice card. And we're going to segue into love. Bam. They feel like you're so focused, which makes you so much more valuable to them. Or we're going to do this. Remember, stay focused. You're valuable. Okay? Stay focused on your value. Okay? Aries, let's go and do love for you guys. So if you're in a relationship, you still want to make this work, these are cards that can help the process. If you're cross watcher for Aries, this is the card for you. Okay? My speech impediment is like acting up. But this one was in reverse, and then we got this one here. So basically somebody needs to cleanse their energy, get their shit together, stop with the karmic waste, okay? People, places, or things, any habits that is affecting the relationship, it needs to be dealt with, okay? If it's not that, it could just be the energy between you guys are karmic, it is toxic, and maybe one person is willing to heal and do the work, and another person is like, I don't feel like I need to heal. You have to be honest with yourself if you want to stay in this connection or not, okay? Whether it was the Aries that was toxic, aka you, or it was your person. One person is willing to heal and do the work, another person is not. So you have to be honest if you really want to stay in this connection or not, okay? So I'm tuning into, remember what I said about the people-pleasing thing? So it could be that, neglecting the reality of certain traits, okay? For the sake of staying, okay? For the sake of this, that, and the third. You might not be too happy about it or them, but let's be for real. You cannot just survive on love, okay? A relationship is much more than just LOVE, okay? As hopeless romantic as I am, as spiritual as I am, you know? Even people that are like biblical, they be like, I'm gonna stay in this relationship because God told me to, but their entire partner is a wreck. I don't know. I think I want to use this as an example. I saw something on the social media, okay? And also I'm holding these two cards because I feel like this is relevant here. You're hurting, okay? Or your person is hurting. I'm just gonna be real. It's kind of like somebody's just like, I'ma just stick it out. I don't know. You are hurting or your person is hurting. I'm not saying you should break up because I'm saying this, but obviously something is not working out. I feel like this is much bigger than you being in your ego, they're being in their ego. There's something that is affecting you or them to such a phase where it's like you guys you cannot communicate, and the longer you're in this, like, this is in relation to something toxic. Okay, I don't know what the toxic thing is, but it's not cleansed. It's not going away. It's not healed, or somebody, to be quite honest, somebody does not want to heal, or don't want to do the work, don't want to address it. I'm just gonna keep it real, okay? This doesn't even have to be on some like this is not even they cheated or whatever, or I feel like there's something like a habit or something like traumatic that has affected you or them, to where you guys don't work. Like people pleasing and codependency is a, that's a karmic trait. It is. I don't know. That's just me. But I wanted to use this example. You guys know my belief system is in Christianity, and I was watching this. I think on social media there were like clips on YouTube. Does this thing when you talk about a situation a lot, they're gonna kind of just link it to the algorithm and just, you know, link anything that's remotely related to that topic. So yeah, so there was this YouTuber, they were watching, I think Temptation Island, and there was this couple, there was a Christian couple, and Christian, right? And the partner was, the masculine was like, yeah, I am ready to settle down and have a family and everything. But the thing is that I'm really into having threesomes. I need that. I need multiple partners. And then over the course of the time, he had those, and he also kept saying that even if he cheated and did that and the third, their Christian preferred girlfriend will accept them. Okay, he literally went on to say, even if I cheat, do them wrong, whatever, they will always be there. And it was such a scary thing for them to have the confidence that she's okay with his bullshit, and she still loved him. Like, even if they were in a reality show, the illusion of the fact, because she was up there on this show and she came there for him to be proven that he won't cheat, that he can have friends with, he can be friends with females. And because of her faith, because she was also there reading the Bible, crying over this person, praying over him, that he will not do what he wanted to do based on his free will. And he sure did. And she not only witnessed this on camera of what the things he did was so disgusting. Okay? It's not just he needs to be with another woman. He literally said he needed threesomes. Okay, not on the sense of like he wants to be polyamorous because that's against his religion, but he was using the religion thing to keep his girlfriend in a loop. And it worked, and it's still working. For some reason, after the show, after all of this, while she was crying and praying and so on, and he still did what he needed to do because that was his choice, she still stayed with him. Okay, and she's thinking her therapy will help him and so on. I'm gonna tell you this: if prayer is not helping you, the therapy thing would just fuel this person to use tactics to come back and be like, well, let me keep you in the loop on a psychological level. Since the Bible thing is not working. Okay? I know this was very lengthy and so on, but I feel like there's some sort of situation like this with some of you guys. Okay? Let's keep it moving. Okay? So yeah. This card came out. Maybe in reverse, maybe you don't think it's codependent. Maybe you feel like they're just hurt. It's not that, you know. The analogy is on some bullshit. They still have your heart, or you still have their heart, I guess. Okay. If you think, or if you feel, not even think, if you know that you guys can overcome the toxicity, then do so. Okay, but do the work as well. So, I don't know. Sorry. But this is your advice card for relationships. You know, life is hard, and it seems to be a rough patch right now. So, okay. I do feel, I don't know if this is true. I do feel like somebody's partner is like depressed. like they're harming themselves or something. And I know I mentioned this in the beginning, but that could be obviously, you know, my analogy, and that, you know, will feel quite harsh to mention. But as an example, if a person is in that depressive state where it's like they are, you know, not good to themselves in such a toxic way, because I'm gonna be honest, harming yourself, even if it's trauma based, which it usually is, um, for you to take care of them, or vice versa. If you're in this, it's not right. Okay. Um, even if you're professional, even if you're yeah, even if you're professional that handles people with this situation, or vice versa, it is not your responsibility, and it's not your person's responsibility. Okay, so whoever's in a relationship where it's like somebody is depressed and is harming themselves, professional not, it's not your responsibility as a partner. Okay, there should be a difference between that and healing. I'm very big on healing, but that is a different thing. Okay, I don't believe that should be one's responsibility. Okay, I can go into a lot of factors, but the reading is already long as it is, so we're gonna just do singles characteristics. Okay. So the new people, the new soulmates for you singles, or somebody that is going to have a lot of work or are working on themselves. There could be a little bit of self-sabotage, but I don't think it's like, you know, that deep. They're gonna help you transform your life for the better. So I will say the new peoples are gonna be very healing for you, or you're gonna be very healing for them. Okay, one is one or the other. For some of you guys, the soulmates are gonna be, it's giving casual. Okay, they're gonna be like, Aries, I just want, you know, something unconventional, not too long. They could have you as an option, or have a hard time deciding if you guys are gonna be official. Okay. But yeah, they could be in that energy where it's like you meet somebody and they're like, just let it just have fun. Aries. For some of you guys, it is a new soulmate that's gonna fall head over heels over you. Gonna be quite intense. For some of you guys, it's a water sign, male, female, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. For other of you guys, it's a soulmate that seems to have a lot of baggage as well. Okay. For some of you guys, you could be dealing with an earth sign female, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay, beware of not dealing with any toxic earth signs. Okay. For some of you guys, you're going to deal with people that have a hard time letting you go. So people from the past will come back in again because they missed you. They cannot take an ending for their life. Okay. So, collective, these are your messages. I know this was quite hectic all over the place, but just do like the last advice card and we keep it moving. Remember, it's your time to shine in all your achievements. All right, so with that being all, thank you for stopping by. All right,